Okay, so something that I noticed or kind of thought interesting in the play was that the jumping back and forth between like the different wars that the men were in, and just like between the different time periods between like all the different men, like the grandpa, the dad, and the Elliot. I really think that it contributed to like the message of the play, and it like helped me get that like message a lot clearer. Two values that were expressed were love. Pop and Guinea, they were obviously in love with each other, and they obviously loved each other very much, and I think that helped both of them get through the hard times of the war. And then I don't know, kind of like determination, or I guess like patriotism, when Elliot decided ultimately to go back to the war to reenlist the second time after he was injured. Yeah. For the read with a pencil, the thing that I circled was when Pop referred to the VC, and that stand for, I looked it up, it stands for Viet Cong, which also stands for Vietnamese Communist. That's what they called the Vietnamese soldiers during the Vietnam War. Question number 4. So all of the characters were Puerto Rican Americans. Elliot born in America, I think, and then the other 2 were born in Puerto Rico and came over to America, or the other 3. And they were Puerto Rican Americans, but they were fighting for America in the war. So they obviously loved America, and it just goes to show that ethnicity doesn't matter, like race doesn't matter. Like they fought for our country, so they're just as much Americans as any other American. So a fugue is a music, they use it in, it's a strategy in music where one instrument starts playing a melody, and then several other instruments start to join in over top of it. And here it was when one person would start talking and then other people would start talking, and they're not necessarily talking about the same thing, but kind of like the same theme. But anyways, so that contributed to the whole meaning of the play, whereas it was, they were all in different, mostly in different like time periods, talking about different wars, but they were all kind of talking about the same overarching themes, like being homesick and like all that kind of stuff. So it just like goes to show that they all went through different wars, but it's all like the same. It evokes the same feelings for all of them, and war is war, no matter what, and it makes people feel the same kinds of ways. My 2 questions are: why did you think that Elliot decided to go back to the war? Why did he reenlist after being injured? I know I wouldn't, so I don't know. Why did he decide to do that? And one thing that I thought was interesting was he said that he kept the passport of the first person that he killed in his pocket with his Bible. And so my next question is, why do you think that he did that? Why did he decide to keep the passport?